Last year, Cooper and I went on a quest to an exotic land called San Diego, where we attempted to bring back and revive the long gone Taylor Dreadnought. We decided we would do it in style. Stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom swag. Check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcast. Buy this epic guitar. Any of those things apply. It is an epic guitar. There's an epic story to go along with it. It's got epic wood.
Epic wood.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So this is a very cool guitar. This was on both of our minds, kind of something going in when we were at the factory last year to select woods for custom guitars was we want to build a square shoulder Dreadnought. We're fans of the classic Taylor Dreadnought. Very cool that they brought it back in the 810 Legacy collection, but we wanted to do something pretty neat. And was it like as soon as we were looking through this set of Master Grade Koa, that was kind of one of the questions of like, is this big enough to do this?
Yeah.
And Andy was like, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a Master Grade Koa top, sides, and back. Look at that.
It's just gorgeous.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a great set all around. And this actually has a new bracing system that Taylor has been working on called X bracing. It's a new thing. They've been doing this.
Well, it's old is new again.
Yeah.
It's actually the advanced performance X bracing
Finally.
that we did on this. So if you're not familiar, prior to V-Class, according to Andy Power's own words, he's like kind of developed X bracing to the nth degree as much as he could kind of squeeze everything out of it. That's this bracing pattern. I'm a fan. This is an amazing guitar.
Yeah.
So we made some choices on this guitar that kind of went along with the amazing wood that we were able to select for it and to do kind of guitar in a proper sense that has a lot of classic elements to it to go along with its very cool sound.
Absolutely. So ebony bridge and fingerboard, but little single ab ring, bound sound, bound sound hole. That's rosewood because the rest of the guitar is bound in rosewood. Got the abalone around the top, fingerboard extension, you know what I'm saying? But I like that we did nothing.
Yeah.
I think that's a great look. Why would you interrupt that set right there? I think that's great. Now, inlay.
So this is dubbed early 900 series inlay. It's something that was on the 900 series prior to it switching to the Cindy inlay back in the day. And then for many, many years, it was on walnut series guitars when they had those kind of in the late 90s, early 2000s, and it switched to Celtic, and then the walnut series kind of went away. Or went to Celtic, Gothic, something like that. But I've always been a big fan of this particular inlay. I think I was telling you last week there's this cool issue of Guitar Player magazine that has Dave Matthews on the front of it with a W65, big all walnut jumbo 12-string, and it's got this inlay pattern on it. And so I dig it. It's one of my favorites. And it's kind of classic to it. It's got this progressive positional inlay. Similar to how the Cindy inlay goes and some other really good ones from Taylor where it's positional, but it's got a little bit more flamboyance to it, and yet it's also understated. It's not like a long vine or Byzantine or anything like that.
That's a great look.
Yeah.
And then is that rosewood on the headstock or is that an ebony overlay?
I believe that was ebony.
Which I like because it's understated, but then...
And then we did more Master Grade Koa.
Yeah, you gotta have the Koa
on it. Yeah,
yeah.
And the nice Goto antique gold.
That's for you. The backstrap is like kind of a nice little reminder for the player.
It's a wink to the player.
It's a wink.
That's how great the guitar you're playing is. It's this cool.
So
we didn't do any finish, burst, or anything on this Koa because
why would you need
it has no need for it. It is literally some of the most ridiculously figured Koa that they had.
Yeah.
We also did some really cool in pins. I liked those a lot.
Stained bone, Australian opal. I love the Dreadnoughts. Chris loves the Dreadnoughts. They're back in a big way with one guitar. But this is also, to my knowledge, This is the first custom square shoulder dread that they've done in a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, so one of the things I think we've learned is that if we're there and, we've traveled to beautiful SoCal and we're at the factory and we ask for things, we're more likely to get them. There's been a few times where we've tried to do square shoulder dreadnoughts. It's almost like it was just sneaking in there. Well, how about we do this? And, and if Andy wants to do something, he's like, yeah. And if he doesn't want to do something, it's like, nah.
Yeah.
So
he's not afraid to say no.
He's not afraid to say no.
But the possibility of getting yes is higher when you're at the factory.
Yeah, and it was neat. I think when we were having this conversation with this one, it went along the lines of, well, there's not a V-class design for it, but you could do X-brace. And so that whole trip's fun because, he and Bob are so cool to hang out with, but he's also very collaborative. You can pick Andy's brain and you can throw out ideas, and you can really quickly get a sense of what he thinks is cool and not. And so I'm glad we ended up with this. And I was telling you a little bit earlier, I dig this particular guitar. There's this old video I have of we're going to go back to like the era of DVDs and CDs, but Stephen Curtis Chapman did a EP, a 5-song EP at Abbey Road, and they had some of these things recorded in black and white. And there's a bit of him playing, I think it's The Walk or Lord of the Dance. It's one of those two songs. And he's just, shredding on this guitar. It's all black and white, and it's a K20 CE. And despite it being black and white, you can see how flamey the Koa on it is because it was like 90s Koa, This is every bit exceeding all of the great Master Grade Koa, even from that era. It's pretty spectacular.
That's awesome.
And here's the other cool thing that went on when we were picking this wood. That back part looked like a Warshak test.
Yeah.
What do you see, Cooper?
You don't want to know.
So the wood and how the figuring works on this was part of a conversation in speccing this guitar with Andy. Talking about how it would respond, particularly for a big body guitar like this, for strumming, flat picking, and the sound. And so he talked a bit about how it would respond and the kind of tonality you'd get out of it, particularly with what we're going for. And it worked out exactly. I think actually better. Yeah. Would you agree?
It sounds incredible.
It's a bigger, better sound than I even thought we'd get.
Yeah, for sure. Let's take a listen.
All right, so there you have it. So, viewer, Rorschach test, what do you see? An understanding spouse, uh, the guitar of your dreams. So, really cool guitar. We did have an off-camera argument that we're going to settle real quick. So, Cooper was
Not an
like,
argument.
Question.
Cooper's
like, are you sure that's early 900 series? I was like, pshaw. Yes, I'm sure. But we had done other 900 series had a few different inlays.
Yeah.
So there's another early 900 series that's actually not as early. So 900 series did this inlay, then Cindy inlay, then in the early 2000s they did kind of this scroll-ish looking inlay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Which
was
we
early
did.
900 series.
Did we do that on the Andy's Attic, or did
no?
we do
That was on the Honduran.
That's right.
Back inside.
So we did that on another custom guitar. I think that's a very old-timey looking inlay. And then it went back to Cindy for a bit, and then it went to Ascension and Bellefleur. So
Bellefleur on that Builder's a Dish.
there's your 900 series historical breakdown.
But
So,
what do they call the GS Mini inlay?
little buttons.
That's what I'm talking about.
So very, very cool guitar. Definitely what we'd call one of one.
It is one of one. And I will just say, when people ask, what does an all-Koa guitar sound like? Show them that demo.
Yeah.
Because that sound, it's the sweetness, the mid-range, the compression, but the, just overall warmth. And
That's such a subtle way of trying to get everybody to share your playing
show your
the
friends.
internet.
Yeah, please.
Hey, can you post this on Reddit under amazing guitar playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Do a remix of the video and be like, this guy. No, it's a really great sounding guitar. For me, the surprise was because you get all of that nice mid-range, but there's a little bit more brightness to it than, say, with mahogany. But the amount of volume that is coming out of this guitar, to me, was surprising. And so it's a really great strummer. It's great for flat picking. It's great for bluesy stuff. And just art. Yeah. It's just great to look at, too.
Incredible piece. One of one. Only got one. And as far as I know, they'll probably only make us one because Master Grade's not easy to come by.
No, we talked about in that trip, there was a stack of Cocobolo, there was a stack of Master Grade Koa, and we basically kind of cleaned them out for the most part of this stuff, made some great guitars. Most all of it has come in. There's a few stragglers that still haven't, but epic guitars like this and some others, if you are the kind of person that loves to have something that's unique, this is the kind of stuff that you want to definitely kind of get in on when we do these trips, because we're always making some really unique stuff that turns out really fantastic.
Yeah.
So
totally.
So if you want more information about the Epic Koa Dreadnought, we're just going to call it that. How about that?
Epic Koa.
Epic Koa. Epic Koa. If you say it fast enough, it sounds like a whole new species of wood. Epic Koa. You want to go to our website, which is
alamomusic.com. Now you can see that one, see the pretty pictures. You can take a look at several of the guitars from this trip that have come in. I think with the exception of one, all the other Master Grade stuff is gone. We have one more Master Grade.
We have one Grand Auditorium left.
Yeah. But
with Cindy, another 900 series inlay.
Cindy, there's some cool Cocobolo. There's one Cocobolo left. We got a bunch of cool stuff. Go check those out. Catch guitars coming in, all this kind of fun stuff. And as you might have seen, now there's even more options in the custom shop.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff that we are definitely going to be sinking our teeth into when it comes to Gold Label and Builder's Edition. So I always say this, but it's a good time to be a Taylor fan. It's a good time to be a guitar player.
It's a good time always. But check out the website. You can see this guitar and others, not quite like it, but others that are equally as cool.
Definitely. If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos, and we will see you with more guitars next time.